Tony
Hey
being himself.
everybody, happy Monday. Here we are again, episode 5 of Champions of the Gods. Thanks for joining us today. Um one quick announcement right off the beginning that was pointed out to me at the end of last week is I did not update all of you about the players' increase in their piety scores, if that's something that you're keeping track of for some weird reason. The players already have upped theirs, but Damaskinos increased by 3, Tehol increased by 2, Joven by 2, Bucephalus by 3, and Kirinar by 2. So they all have increased piety scores. And we are back. We are in the Temple of Nykthos. The party was much more successful last time in solving a couple of the puzzles, 2 of them right off the bat. We made short work of those. Some dumb luck, some actual really good thoughts.
I had
Uh,
faith.
yes, Bucephalus prayed to Iroas and got a temporary boon in the form of comprehending languages when they got to the urn puzzle that still kind of stumped them for a bit. They were able to read the words on the urns. They figured out that the right urns were the 4 seasons. They solved that puzzle. Spent some time staring at the mosaic on the floor of the night sky, trying to figure out what to do with it other than just look at the pretty stars, until they eventually realized that the door to Medomai's chamber was open. They went in, they met the ancient Sphinx. He gave them a riddle. Our buddy Joven guessed incorrectly and is currently not with the rest of us. Damaskinos, after having some audio-visual issues, came back in, saved the day, figured out the riddle, and that's where we are now. The Sphinx kind of, he'd bowed his head, and he had said to the party, "I am Medomai, the Ancient. How may I help you?"
We come from Miletus. The Oracle of Clothis had a vision. We need it interpreted.
Well, you have earned my favor by solving my riddle. I should ask, would you like your companion back?
Eh, if it pleases you.
Do you feel he should hear what I have to say, or would you like to fill him in on your own later?
You should tell him. We should tell him ourselves. You don't bring him back till after you tell us.
Where is he anyway? Where did you put him?
He kind of smiles and he says, "So be it. Trust me, he is safe and unharmed." Joven, you know where you are, and you find that if you try to re-enter, you can't. There is some force that is stopping you from re-entering.
Really? It was a bet. I'll just sit down. This sucks.
He looks back at the rest of you and he says, "I can only assume that you are the champions who won the favor of the gods."
Of course we are. Look at us.
I don't know exactly what it is that I should be seeing. You are not ready.
Ha. Easy for you to say.
It is
Ready for
easy
what?
for me to say I have seen what should happen.
So you already know.
Of course, I have seen many futures. If you are the champions that I have seen in my vision, you have a great trial ahead of you. The Hydra Palukranos is coming back.
Josh, what would I know about Pelukranos?
Him.
You are not Nylea or Heliod. Give me a history check.
Seems he's.
Yeah, anyone who wants to do a history check can.
Oh, what did Sister Reynolds say?
Sister Reynolds.
From Sunday school.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Okay. Okay.
All right. This is a
I know
fairly,
it. I remember.
a fairly
I
common
remember that.
story. Yes. It is a very common story about a five-headed hydra named Pelukranos that they called the World Eater. He came back to Theros to unmake the world. He eventually was defeated by two champions, one of Nylea and one of Heliod, named Daxos and Elspeth. And together they worked together to, with the help of Heliod and Nylea, to bind Pelukranos in where is it? In the Nessian Wood, where he was then eventually defeated.
Do you know that the manner of his return will be swift, or do we have time to stop it?
He is currently in Nyx. He is being remade, reborn. He will come back and he will be stronger. You have until the first moon of Megasapharsion, which you guys would know to be the 6th month of the calendar. That is 21 days.
Who is bringing him back?
The only beings in the universe capable of recreating him would be one of the gods themselves, or the collective effort on the people of Theros. And he looks towards Damaskinos and he goes, "You know how this plane works. People talk, they believe, they hope, they ask questions. All of these things can create in Theros."
Perhaps that the people's fear of Prokonos brought him back.
How he is coming back is irrelevant. The fact is, if he returns, there is not a force on Theros strong enough to defeat him. If you want to stop this from happening, you will need to travel to Nyx to stop him yourselves. I have the capability of sending you there. But as I said, you are not ready.
What would we need to do to become ready?
The previous champions needed the help of the gods. In my vision, where you are actually successful, you will receive the help of the gods as well. Back when Theros was forged, the five created artifacts, very powerful weapons. They are occasionally bestowed upon mortals with great power. Should you stand any chance of defeating the Hydra, you will need one, if not all of them.
Seems simple to me.
Where do we begin?
He just lets out a laugh. He goes, simple enough to find, yes. Actually procuring them will be a bit more of a challenge.
So what will our challenge be? Do you know?
Of course I do. I am Medomai.
Of course you do. But would you be willing to tell us?
I severely doubt you would be able to find out on your own. I can only tell you the last known whereabouts of these artifacts. I assume they are still where the gods have kept them. I will also warn you, they will not be easy to obtain. There will be a challenge, a battle. You must prove your worth, for the gods do not dispense their weapons to mortals easily.
But if we don't prove our worth,
Then
then we die anyway.
it is possible, yes. I have seen many futures in which we all die.
Seems to me like we have no choice then.
I agree.
There is always a choice. You could simply wait for the next 21 days and we will all die together.
Doesn't seem very fun at all. What about you? Would you just wait and die, or what would you do to stop all this? Do you even care?
Young Fae, I have lived and died more times than you can count. I am ageless. I will always exist.
Lucky.
I
Is
would
there
trade it with you in a heartbeat.
is there not a chance that if we go to Nyx now, earlier in the time frame, that Peluconos would be weaker for having not been fully reformed?
It is possible. Would you like me to send you there now?
Where in Nyx would you send us?
There are no locations in Nyx, wizard. I would send you there.
And how are we to find Peluconos?
I'm guessing when you arrive, you will see him. Or he will find you.
Are the gods not in Nyx?
They are, yes.
And they are blind to it? Or
They
unwilling?
They can see it forming, but perhaps this is what they want. There are many who want to unmake the world and remake it. Are there not? Perhaps this is their doing. If you would like to recover the artifacts, I can tell you where to start.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Good way to start.
The first is named Krusor. the spear of Heliod, made of pure light, able to banish any darkness. It is kept in the Sun Temple at the top of Mount Kure. Iphixis, the bow of Nylea, and the 4 arrows of the seasons are kept with the satyrs, Nylea's favored, in the shrine of the Skola Vale. Akmon, the hammer of Porphyros, the great forger of many weapons, is in the volcano of Mount Velus.
I guess that one's for you, huh, Kiranar?
I'll take what I can get.
The Killa, the bident of Thassa, that carries the rage and the frigid waters of the sea, is in the coastal temple on the island of Skathos in the Dakra Isles. And lastly, the Mastix, the whip of Erebos, capable of draining the life force from its victims and imbibing it into its wielder, is buried in the crypts of the lost outside of Odunos. Should you happen to procure any of these artifacts, and please the gods who created them, you have a much better chance of surviving and saving us all.
We're gonna get at least all of them.
And we have 21 days to achieve this.
You have until the first moon of Megasphashion.
Well, better not waste any time, eh?
Suppose not. Damaskinos, I'm sure you wrote that all down. Where do we go first?
Did they not have any difficulty rating? I do not know which one is easiest and which one is hardest.
We'll go to the closest one first.
Ah, but that would assume we are not coming back to Medamai, which we must. So it would also be closest on the return trip.
Fair point. Skothos is pretty far.
What do you think, Tehol?
I care not where we go.
You know, if we are unsuccessful, you will die as well.
Sure.
Alright, I just want to make sure we're clear here.
I know it is late, and I know that you are in a hurry to start on your mission. But if you so choose to rest in my temple for the evening, I can guarantee you will be safe.
I have but one more question.
Ask.
How was I supposed to solve the riddle with the jars?
Obviously, you did solve the riddle with the jars, otherwise you would not be talking to Medamai.
Alright, we'll sleep.
And with that, he kind of bows his head again to you, and he flies up onto this statue of Crufix, and he kind of perches on one of his upheld hands, where it looks like that's kind of where he has made his nest.
Have a good night, Moonracer.
I'm going to go over here by this pillar, and I'm going to walk in a circle with my thread, and I'm going to cast alarm around myself.
Okay.
I'm going to make my my bedroll up.
Is Joven back yet?
He is not.
Okay.
Joven, it's it's only been about 10 or 15 minutes, but you are sitting where you're sitting. What would you like to do?
Why is that happening?
Well, I still can't get in.
Nope.
Like I'll go like this. Still blocked.
It's like a force wall. Yeah, you can see
Yeah.
through it. You just can't get through it.
Well, that's what I mean. So I just went like this, and I should be able to hit it if it's still there.
Yeah.
I think I actually have. Is it almost? It's becoming nighttime, I assume, or
It's
around
dark.
evening.
Yeah,
it's dark. Okay.
It's middle of the night ish.
Oh, okay. Then, as soon as I saw they probably weren't coming out, I would just get out my. Let's see. Yeah, I'll just lay up against the wall, and I'll try to go to sleep.
Okay.
I can't be surprised, so
Right.
until I fall fully
Well,
asleep.
that's when you're conscious, right?
That's what I mean. Until I fall fully asleep.
Right.
So,
Until you cast Lehman's tiny hut with you and Damaskinos?
Everybody's invited in except Joven, so and he's
Okay.
not here.
Okay.
oops. Didn't mean.
All right. And with that, guess what, guys? Everyone is now level 15.
Nice. Let's do it. 15.
Let's go.
So yeah, if you guys want to roll for hit points and do all your cool stuff, and then yeah, the long rest goes off just as planned. Medomai is honest; he doesn't try and eat you in your sleep. He doesn't send any weird illusionary things to come and kill you.
That's alright.
Hey, I'm in triple digits. Not too bad.
Didn't let me roll.
That's some decent HP. Some decent HP. Said you're in triple digits, damn. That's a wizard.
It's not.
All right, well, shall we be off then?
Let us go.
Yeah, the next morning comes. You're a little sore. I mean, you're sleeping on cold marble, plagued by thoughts of world destruction and giant mythic hydras that it took 2 champions and 2 gods to kill last time. And the Sphinx has told you he's coming back stronger, so that's good news.
Is Metamai still here?
He is. He's still perched up on the hand of Krufix.
Metamai, thank you for your help.
I will see you soon. Good luck. May the gods be with you.
But before I go, I have a riddle for you. I do not resemble that which lies beneath, and my lips, so shapely formed, cannot kiss or scream. And I'll turn and walk away.
Okay. Damaskinos. DM inspiration for you on your character sheets.
Thank you.
Medomai may have an answer for that the next time.
I'm looking forward to it.
That's gross, Damaskinos.
All right. Players, where do you want to go? What are we doing?
We should find Joven before we do anything.
Oh yeah, forgot.
He's useful in the fight.
And
There's 5 weapons.
oh,
So
yeah,
unless you
there we
plan to
go.
double fist them, Bucephalus.
I mean, Karanar's pretty good at that.
Where are we going first is the question we must answer. We have the Sun Temple. We have the Skull of Wale. The
That's right.
volcano. The Isle of Skothos. And the Crypts of the Lost. Nerodunos.
Hmm.
DM, can we get the world map back up now, if that's okay? Unless there's any. I mean, I'm not sure if there's anything
Yeah.
else in the temple, but
Yeah. Are you
just
guys leaving the temple?
yes, yeah. We started head towards the entrance again.
Okay. And as you get kind of, towards the front of the temple again, you see it is kind of brighter outside. A little bit of sunlight's coming through, and you see a small, little furry satyr body, kind of curled up against the wall, right past the entrance to the temple.
Joven,
Hello? Hey! Did you guys, get the riddle? I assume you're...
Yeah.
So what happened?
well, apparently we need to retrieve these 4 weapons of the gods.
Oh, okay. But why? Well, I mean, do you have any...
Well, what's gonna happen is in 21 days, if we don't, then you're gonna die.
Just me?
Yeah.
Then why are all of you here? None of you
well,
care
the
about me.
Sphinx- Well, the Sphinx told us that we have to help you because if you die, then the rest of the world is gonna die.
Can I
like,
check that?
Because you were cursed by the Sphinx, if your life force is connected to everyone else in the world. So if you die, everyone dies.
Sure, insight check, Joven. Bucephalus, give me a deception check.
Activate my hacks. I was just joking. I swear to God.
Yeah, like you're pretty convinced that if you don't do this, you might die.
Well, that seems kind of awful. All I did was try an answer. I mean, we were just sitting there. What? You guys really want to help out?
Well, we have to.
Even though... So just because I got it wrong, now I'm that doesn't make sense.
Well, I
This
mean-
is-
No, you see, as the most sacred of us, you are not allowed to wield any of the weapons. That's why we must retrieve them to protect you, as your
Yeah.
bodyguards.
I assume I'm
Exactly.
keeping the same
Yeah.
on that.
Mm-hmm.
You could try
well,
again if you want.
Well, because Damaskinos is now lying to you as well, so he, I guess, should do another deception check
Come on, baby.
mixed with your, opposed with your insight.
No. Oh.
I have advantage on that, and you have disadvantage, by the way.
That is fine.
32 natural 20.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously I mean, you guys can have the weapons.
It's because you alone can defeat Panukanos, Joven. So we must protect you. Until you get there.
I mean, I know I'm powerful and everything, but sure, yeah, this is
You are easily the most powerful of us.
I'm speechless.
Oh, come on, this is just cruel now.
Anyway, so where are we going first then?
What
Let's
does
not
that
shit-
mean? Kirinar, what do you mean cruel?
Them saying that you could defeat Pelucranos by yourself. What a joke.
So are they lying to me?
Come, Joven, you know how he is. Yes, Coronar, you're the strongest of us, of course.
Well, that's not even a question.
But the prophecy said that only a champion of Mogus could strike the killing blow on the Hydra.
Wow.
I would spit in Damaskinos' direction.
Yeah.
I kind of pat Joven on the back and say, come, we know how he is. Now, we need to figure out where to go first.
Okay, yeah, of course. So where are we going?
Where do you think, Joven?
I wasn't in there, so I don't know where these items are. I
But you
assume we
are
have
our
to go
leader, so you must tell us where we should go.
Damaskinos, show him the map so he can tell
I'll
us
pull
where to
up the
go.
map. I will unfurl my map. And I'll point to 5 locations. Well, Skola Wale is right here, pretty close to us.
Are you going to tell me about each one of them, or just give me the names of them?
I'll relay this to you off screen. Mount Curry.
No, I have it. I have what's there. I'm asking you, are you telling me what item or for what god is at each one? Or are you just saying pick one of these 4 locations?
I'm telling you, assume I'm telling you everything the Sphinx said.
Okay. Well, that's what I'm asking, because
Anyway,
you know.
Mount Veles,
Mm-hmm.
or the Hammer, the Isle of Skothos, in the Coastal Temple, which is where?
Somewhere down here.
Crypts of the Lost is the furthest one.
Not quite. The Dark Isles are fairly far away. I'm not not trying to go into the crypts as our first.
Yeah, probably not the best idea.
Well, I mean,
I would think we should get that spear made of pure light if we're going to go to the crypts.
It's a good idea.
that's a good idea. I mean, yeah, that works.
We are close to the bow.
Brilliant leader. Brilliant idea.
Who would use the bow?
Not me. I'm no archer.
Tehol, you like to keep a distance. Would it be you?
No, it would not.
I'm great at using bows, actually. But
I could use it, but I don't want to. That's not how I fight.
so I can't hold any of them?
No, it will disintegrate in your hands.
Did you tell me about all 5 locations or just 4 of them?
Yeah, he told you about all 5.
I told you about
So-
all 5, yeah.
I'm thinking back, wait a minute. This one. So, if there are only 4 items, why are there 5 locations?
Oh, you're
Is one of
forgetting.
them...
You're forgetting that there is the bow and the arrows, Joven.
Oh,
2 separate items.
It's kind of
in the
due to-
same location.
No, of course
Different
Just split.
locations.
You never keep a gun loaded.
not. Anyway, we're wasting time. So what will it be then? You want to go into the valley? Is that what we want to do here?
So we're gonna go all
What's
the way
point of getting the
around
bow if we're not
just
going
to
to use
go
it?
all the way back. What do
Hold
you mean
on,
you're not
seriously. Who is going to use the bow? If we're not going to wield it, then there's no point.
You're saying you cannot use a bow. Is that what you're telling me?
Of course I could use a bow. I could use any weapon.
So you would rather use a
No.
weapon not made by a god as opposed to a weapon made by a god? Is that what you're saying?
Well, if you're going to give me multiple weapons, then fine. Let's go get the bow.
How would you get multiple weapons? There's only 4 of them. None of you make sense. None of this makes sense.
Obviously, Karen and I will get the bow, and Teho will get the arrows.
I think why would you not get the bow, Bucephalus? Would that not be a good weapon for you?
No, I don't think so. If I could put it like on a scale of 1 to 20, I have about an 11. About an 11 for shooting a bow.
It just
Subtle.
makes no
Subtle.
sense.
That was a weird number you picked there.
I know, the old XX never fails.
Alright then, we go to Mount Kiri and the Sun Temple then.
I mean, why not start with the sun? It seems poetic.
Well, it was also one of the weapons that beat him for the last time, eh?
Yes, it would. And we should get there
Good.
soon because maybe that weapon will start to be guarded
Yeah.
by those who would want the world destroyed.
We must cross through Oreskos.
Which one was in Akros again? I forgot.
None of them.
Shouldn't I get something if I'm gonna kill him though? How am I gonna do it?
Sorry.
I don't know.
Skolthos is the Bident.
We should hit the mountain first.
Mount Kure?
And
Then
then
we can
maybe...
decide where to go from there.
Well, then I feel that the natural choice would be the volcano, Tvelis.
I'm for that. That's fine.
Yes, I can see how much you desire these weapons.
I have 0 to say because I'm so fucking confused. And I don't understand why somebody would separate a bow and arrows.
They're so powerful. Don't you understand? They're so
Oh no, I'm not
strong.
talking. I'm not talking out loud. This is thinking. My character
too.
thinking like, what the fuck is going on? None of this makes sense.
What is the empty eye? I'm looking at the map now. I'm curious.
The empty eye.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
it's a caldera.
okay. Okay. So
Yes, we watched Bill 9 in class. It's at work today. I know what a caldera is.
all right. So we're going to go to Mount Kiri and the Sun Temple then.
Let's
I
go.
guess So,
Okay.
All right. I'm going to summon. I'm going to cast Phantom Steed in Ritual to summon my horse.
Yes, your ponies are all still there. Joven didn't. I don't think Joven, you didn't kill any of the horses last night when you were by yourself, did you?
no, I'm not a fucking animal.
Okay. All right.
Oh, you kind of are.
That's racist. You are too.
Hey, I can say it.
I'm not a monster. Let me say that. I'm not a monster.
Are we going straight shot across Oreskos, or
If that would be, yeah, I mean, I think that I would probably want to take the most direct route possible. Probably avoiding any large settlements of Leonin. Like probably like Tetmos probably would not want to go in there if I could avoid it.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that checks out with everybody else.
Sounds good. Let's move.
All right. So as the party kind of descends down the mountain path, back kind of through the Ornid Mountains, heading in a west direction, back towards Oreskos, are we marching in like the same kind of traveling order as you guys were traveling when you got here before?
I would think so.
I want to actually be next to Kiranar if possible.
Okay.
I'll take the Vanguard.
Okay.
I'll be after Bucephalus.
Right. So kind of probably get about to the river. Bucephalus, you're first, correct?
Yes.
Taking point. Go ahead and give me a perception check
Perception.
as you're leading. You're so
Let's
good at
go.
these.
No, I'm not. Let's do it. 15.
Oh, that's
Okay.
not bad. That's really good.
It seems fairly normal. You see a couple of goats, some birds in the sky, a couple of like birds of prey swooping around. It's a pretty warm day, but you don't seem to see anything out of the ordinary, anything that seems to be targeting or following you guys. It's a pretty easy trek through the mountains. You guys know the direction that you're going. It is starting to get dark right around like dusk when you reach a river.
When I see the goats, I kind of eyeball Joven and look back. I'm reminded of him, so I take a peek at him, make sure he's not stealing from anybody.
No,
Okay.
but I will try and talk with Kiranar for a second if he'll listen to me. Hey,
What is it, Joven?
what's with the what's with the bow and the arrows, man? I don't get it. No one ever separates a bow and their arrows. What's up with that?
The weapon's simply too powerful.
It's I've never heard of that before. I'm fascinated by this.
It's actually a great idea.
If it's too powerful, why wouldn't they want them together?
Well, the arrows are just as powerful as the bow, you see. So they said, we have to split these two. They just can't be in the same place. It makes perfect sense, actually.
I guess to you, I don't know, maybe. That's fine. Sure. And I'll just pet Applejack. This has been a weird day. I wish I didn't get that question wrong.
If we're camping,
I wish you didn't just blurt out the first thing that you thought of.
Well, you were standing there and...
Yeah, thinking about what I wanted to say for an answer.
I
Like a
don't
normal person would.
I don't like waiting around.
So you hurried up to wait around outside alone?
How did I know
That's
that
a
was
fair
going to
point.
happen? You act like I knew that's what was going to happen. And I thought I had a
That's
good
why
answer.
That's why his name is T.A. Hole.
Yeah.
Not quite.
can we camp on this bit of
Close
land
enough.
between the two?
Between the two rivers?
Yes.
Yeah, you'd have to ford the first river.
How wide is it?
But it is not moving very quickly, and it's only about 8 to 10 feet wide.
I will cast silent image of a bridge, a wooden bridge that spans it, and with the bonus action, I'll snap my finger, and it'll become real, and I'll trot across it.
Okay. So you guys all see Damaskinos like summon this illusory bridge, and then snap and just walks across.
I'm walking across as he walks across.
I'll
Okay.
walk.
Yeah, for the most part, you make it on the other side of the river. No one seems to like fall in. I don't think, right, Damaskinos?
No, I'm not really paying attention to that.
Okay.
After I make camp, I'd like to take a moment and think, and I will create a major image and of a statue of Phoenix wearing a gold mask, and his arm is raised, pointing a finger due west. As best as I can tell. Oh, that's not how I do that. The ruler in the circle. To Odunos.
Okay.
So if any return see it, they will know which way to head.
Nice.
Or actually, would it be more appropriate to Asphodel? I cannot remember. Or either one, I suppose.
You would know that um, the crypts of the lost in Odunos is where Phaenex was rumored to have found his way out of the underworld, back into
Alright.
Theros. There is rumored to be like a tunnel to the underworld there.
Yes, that's fine then. I'll use this 6th level slot so it is permanent until dispelled.
Okay. Anyone else want to do anything in camp this evening?
Just cast my
camping here?
tiny hut
Mm-hmm.
and let everybody except Joven in.
I'm gonna do some
I would
more.
actually.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. You're talking first.
Oh, I was just gonna see. Just again, just taking a look around the hut, because I know obviously he has to be in it, and it's around him as past it. But if there are any real ways in, I guess I'll knock on the door. You gonna let me in? I'll give you a couple gold.
No.
So I'll try to open the door and see what happens. I assume nothing.
No.
Okay. Then I'll.
Wait. Tehol, how close were you to Joven when you cast it?
I would not let him be inside where it is. I do
So
not trust him.
You'd be more than 10 feet away from him?
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, you kind of knock on it. You feel this force that you just can't get into.
Okay. I'll go outside and start making a fire then. Or I'll stay outside and just find some wood and make a little fire for myself. Cook some food.
Yeah, there's a couple of like fallen tree branches that are next to this river. Make a survival check for me.
Five.
You try for a couple of arrows, or like you try a spear. You try to get some fish from the river. Try and make a little net. It doesn't quite work, so you end up finding some berries and like some local fruit and some roots and stuff that you think are safe to eat.
Okay. I have some food with me, but
Yeah.
okay.
As I'm watching Joven do all this, I'm going to use the Blessing of Phoenix and disguise myself as Tehol and walk out of the dome.
Okay.
Joven,
Mm.
I've decided to let you in. Please, join us. And then I'll walk back into the dome.
just stay outside.
Okay.
I'll end my disguise self. I thought he was going to walk into it.
I thought so too.
Anyone else?
I would pray to Eros actually.
Okay.
So while
What are
we're
you-
in here, nobody outside can hear us, right?
Ooh. I think that's right. Dome is opaque, any color, transparent, barred from passing through it. It doesn't say anything about sound.
Okay.
Kiranar, what does this prayer sound like? Is it a prayer of thanksgiving? Is it a prayer of asking for assistance?
It is. I would kind of, in reverence, drop down to one knee, bow my head, and say, Eros, I know the road ahead is going to be difficult. And I know these fools are champions of their respective gods, but I'm going to need your help, and so will they. I promise you victory. I swear it, in fact. We will overcome this challenge of Pelukrinos. That's it.
Okay. It's a big promise to make.
When he opens his eyes, there's I created food and water. It's all over the floor. It's spread.
Of the inside the dome?
Now we
Yeah.
have 90 pounds of food and 60 gallons of water because I created food and water before that.
Right.
Kiranar, what did you do?
There's
I
lots
would
of
just
food
start
inside.
I would start just like shoveling food into. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
It's 90 pounds of host. Enjoy.
Yeah. It's like
Mmm.
flour, like heavy floured porridge and water.
Wafer thin. Alright, well, I think we should be off after this nutritious breakfast. Yes.
Ha! I've had worse.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I do. Be on guard against any patrolling Leonin.
Ha! Leonin. Another joke.
They are not to be taken lightly.
I have defeated more Leonin in days you've been alive.
I don't know. He looks kind of old. What are you, like 60?
No,
80?
I'm like, I don't know. 2 score and 3. Anyway,
Are we keeping watches within the dome, or is just kind of people nodding off when they nod off?
I'm going to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I'll watch first.
I'll watch second.
So, Joven, while you are outside, go ahead and give me a perception check, along with whoever's taking first watch
That
inside
would be
of the dome.
I.
Wow. A lot of net
Activate?
20 tonight.
Activate?
It's the hacks, man.
I
Dude,
told you.
Right?
a lot
Yeah.
of net 20.
Whoever's figured out how to break roll 20 needs to send me the code. All right. So, Bucephalus, it's kind of because of the light that's coming in the dome, or that's inside of the dome, and it's kind of getting a little bit darker, but it does make it a little bit harder to see. But as you look out west over the other river, you think that you see, a couple of possible campfires in the distance.
Okay.
some smoke trails kind of coming up, just barely visible above where these firelights are. Joven, you notice the same thing. There's about 4 of them. They seem, several hundred yards away, not anywhere necessarily close to the river, but at a couple of points, maybe 3 or 4 times before you finally drift off, you actually see a couple of pairs of like yellow glowing eyes that are reflecting the firelight that you've created, maybe just 15, 20 yards on the other side of the river.
Can I try and actually get on top of the hut to sleep tonight?
Yes.
Because it's not
Joven,
inside. So
Joven,
Yep.
you don't want to go explore that? You want to go check that out?
You don't know what he saw.
I mean, if we were both looking.
I mean, yeah, I guess you saw the fires, but yeah, Joven, you could climb up.
I
on top
assume,
of it.
yeah, I assume those those are animals trying to eat me.
Make a nature check. That's a good assumption. Animal eyes reflected in the firelight. Yep.
Yeah, so I'll try and get on top of the house
Okay.
and then make a, just sleep on top of the hut.
So, those of you who are still awake, I guess Bucephalus is the only one who's really awake.
Yeah.
You can kind of see and hear Joven kind of jump up and land on top of the hut, and now he's kind of looking off in a westerly direction, sitting on top of the hut.
So I'm going to stand up. I'm going to stand up and kind of poke my head out of the top of the hut. I believe I understand how this spell works. I poke my head out of the top of the hut, out of the bubble, and I say to him, Joven, there's something over there. You are much sneakier than I. I have nothing but faith in you. And I touch him, and I cast Enhance Ability, and I give him Cat's Grace, which will give him advantage on dexterity checks for the next hour. I think you can do it.
So, what I'll do then is if I'll try and go, try to make myself on the opposite side of where the eyes were and try to stealth to go and see what those campfires are.
Okay. How are you getting across the river?
Oh, it's across the river.
It's on the other side of the second river.
Oh, alright, then I'm not doing anything. Just gonna.
I mean, yeah, advantage on a dex check. I'm sure if you try to like cartwheel over the river,
It's what, 8 feet?
Yeah, a good 8 to 10 feet.
you can long jump that. Come on.
Such a terrible idea. I'll go take a look. I'll try and jump over the river.
Rascal.
Because Mirthful Leap gives you something.
Yeah, that's a D8 to add to my leap if I need it.
A long jump. When you get 10. So what's your strength score is 10?
Yes.
Yeah, you can make a straight 10-foot long jump easily.
Okay.
If you get a running start.
Yeah, so I'll stealth away so that the things that were watching me can't see me.
Okay.
Jump over the river, and then try and stealth around to see. I just want to see. I'm not.
When you go into your stealth,
Okay, roll a stealth check for me, Dylan.
Yes, he's like Kronk from Emperor's New Groove.
Okay.
28.
28, and you head like behind the hut, like from where
Yeah.
the eyes are, so that they can't see you, and you kind of cloak yourself in shadows, and you make a little running leap, kind of here on the southern side of the dome across the river. A very graceful kind of leap. You don't leave anything falling into the river, and you're now here on the other side. The fires are maybe about like. The fires are about 200, 300 yards away from you. The eyes are directly north of you, maybe about 30 or 40 yards.
Okay.
You can see, now that you're a little bit closer on this side of the river, you can see that there are some like dry bushes and grass that you think like these eyes are either hiding in and or behind.
All right, so I'll try and avoid whatever's in there, but I want to see if I can see who's at the campfires or
Okay.
anything about them I can see.
You want to sneak up to the camps?
Not like right up to it, but you know, a good
Close enough.
yeah, so I can see maybe they have a banner or some type of identifier.
Okay. And you don't have dark vision, correct?
That's a good question, actually.
I don't think any of you do. So you're
Don't
just
think
relying at this point on star and moonlight and the little bit of the campfire light that you see.
Well, yeah, I assume the campfire would illuminate some of what they have, especially if it's a big banner
Yeah.
or something. So
Yeah. So you kind of sneak up with a stealth check of 28. That's a pretty good stealth. So you manage to, like, you're hiding behind some rocks. You're also taking advantage of like these patches of dry grass that you're seeing. You'd have to get pretty close to the fires to make out specific details. But if you want to stay a little bit further away and stay out of sight, you do notice at this first campfire that you come across, there's two figures, humanoid. They look feline in nature. If their features in the shadows, what you can make out in the dim light, you can see that they are armed and that they are sitting around a fire, just kind of eating.
I'll go back to camp.
Okay.
And I know you said they look humanoid, but they're what?
Like feline.
So
in
do I know
feature.
about Leonin? I assume I know
Yeah,
what they
you would.
are.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I'll go back to the camp.
Okay. Do you wake up anybody and tell them, or you just crawl back up on the dome?
I'm gonna crawl back up on the dome and I'm gonna wait.
Okay.
And I'll probably sleep as close to the morning as I can. You know, with getting a full rest.
Okay.
So
As soon as he gets up there,
Mm-hmm.
I'll wait for him to calm down and like settle. I'm gonna poke my head up again and say, "What did you see?"
there's Leonin over there.
How many?
I saw two.
You stole, didn't you? What'd you steal?
Didn't steal anything.
Hmm.
They're armed and there's more of them out there, so wouldn't have been a good fight.
Yeah, probably not. Alright, we'll see if they're there in the morning.
Mm-hmm. So
All right.
I'll wait.
And who was second watch? Was it Kirinar
I believe it was
or
me.
Damaskinos? Okay.
Damaskinos.
So eventually, Bucephalus goes to sleep. Damaskinos, go ahead and give me a perception check as well.
It's not my business.
Okay. Again, you kind of see the same thing. You see, kind of off in the distance, a couple of fires, or what looks to be like fire camps, kind of set up. You only notice two of them at this point, and Joven is still on. You kind of look up, and you notice Joven is sitting on top of the dome, still awake, but kind of very quiet and just kind of staring off onto the other side of the river.
Alright, I'll cast Silent Image and make a spiral staircase to the top of the dome and walk up it.
Okay.
It's the spiral staircase.
I'm going to get up top with Joven.
Hello. I wouldn't say it like that, but what's going on? Your watch now?
They're close to midnight.
It is.
You know.
Can't seem to get to sleep though, because there's some people watching.
This is the time to honor Phoenix.
Go. I can watch while you worship.
I will pray to Phoenix. And I will say, if this is your doing, and you wish me to work against it, let me know.
Make a religion check for me. Damaskinos, you see, as you look over and you're saying these words and you're praying, on the other side of the river you see an image of a rhinoceros drinking at a pool. And then all of a sudden a spear flies out and pierces this rhinoceros in the side. And 3 Leonin warriors descend upon this rhino and start attacking it. And kind of cutting it up. After a quick fight ensues, cutting off chunks of meat, stringing it up on poles, and then they start kind of digging holes to bury the remains.
Ghastly. You know, Joven, you are quite formidable. But perhaps you pay worship to subtlety more. Eh?
Just gonna sit there and listen.
If they know you want to fuck with them, they're going to be on guard.
I know. This isn't my first time. I just
Remember
like to
this.
test the waters. That's all.
Fighting serves Eros. Killing serves Mogus. Death serves Erebos. But returning serves Phoenix.
I have good favor with most. And I had to test them out. If they can't see that I'm stealing from them, shouldn't be here with us.
You and I could do great things together, Joe.
I'm sure we could. There's no reason we can't.
I'll walk back down my staircase before the disappears, and
Is up.
I'll leave, and I'll go. I'll go back to sleep,
Okay.
or I'll wake. Oh, at the end of my watch, I'll wake Kieran up.
Okay.
I think
What-
at that point, would I have to start like resting now in order
Yeah,
to get a full
that-
rest?
yeah.
Okay.
You'd have to kind of
Did anything happen?
roll over and go to sleep.
Leonin killed a rhino.
Hunting. I'll pay extra care.
Our satyr friend is sleeping on top of the dome.
All right.
Good night.
Hey, you did pretty good today. Nice job with the riddle.
Thank you.
Yeah,
You did.
don't worry about it.
You did. You did well. You were right there with us. On the riddles, I mean.
Not my strong suit, but
But do not think, just because of your appearance, that I doubt your intellect.
I'll keep that in mind. I'll go outside.
Okay.
Um,
Kieran, make a perception check for me as well.
Is it like calm? Is it windy? What's the weather like right now?
It's a little breezy, but the skies are clear.
I would actually just sit down and take out my weapons and just kind of like, spin them around, fiddle with them a little bit. Kind of take some deep breaths and enjoy the night air.
Okay. Off in the distance, again, several 100 yards away, you see what looks to be the light of a single campfire. And once the breeze is picked up, you kind of now smell on the breeze a little bit of like wood smoke.
Yeah.
But that's about all that you see.
It must be eating that rhino. I'm gonna say quietly, hey Joven, are you awake?
You get no
Eh.
response. He's sleeping.
Nah. I shouldn't tell him about the arrows anyway. It's funnier that way. And then just go back to watching and messing with my weapons.
Okay. Yeah, the rest of the night goes by pretty uneventfully. You don't see, nothing seems to come from these campfires. In fact, during your watch, Kirinar, you kind of notice one of that last remaining fire goes out. And you wake in the morning to the sound of Joven falling down 10 feet and landing on a giant pile of porridge, knocking over a gallon of water as Leomin's tiny hut fades, and you now have a satyr covered in porridge and a little wet sitting in the middle of your camp.
No.
Oh, Joven. Classic.
He's not even here to figure out how he wakes up.
I'm here.
That's a classic Joven right there.
Well, that was
Classic Joven.
unnecessary. Just trying to sleep.
You
Okay.
You fell.
I know I fell. I hit. It hurt.
Here, let me help you. I don't want you smelling like a wet dog, eh? And I'm going to cast a prestidigitation to clean him up.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
No problem. Alright, let's go.
So you do have another river to cross.
We have to be careful of crossing too close to Tethmos. I say we try to stay to the north side of the mountain.
Yeah, I don't want to have to deal with all
Take my chances with the Leonin.
You want to cut straight across, or you want to go...
Yeah, pretty much, but stay a little bit to the north.
towards the sun's mirror?
Yeah,
Alright.
I don't like big settlements.
Let's travel north a bit on this spit between two rivers then, before we cross.
So you're gonna travel upstream Just
Not
a little bit?
not like not like
Yeah,
much, just a few
just
more, just a,
Minor.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then I'll make another bridge with a silent image.
Okay.
It's as long as I can with that. If it's still that same width.
Yeah, this one's a little bit wider, but how large can your silent image be?
15-foot cube.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, so I'll do the same thing then. I'll use a spell slot for that. Oh wait, I have to do my. Wait. Oh. There's no button for this. Sorry.
Oh yeah, you have to manually put all your spell slots
Like
back.
no.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
the one thing Roll20 needs. If Roll20, if anyone's listening, a long rest
Okay.
button would be a great addition.
All right, one first level.
Gotta be the best.
All right, let's go. Straight shot, as far as we can get. To the
Straight
mountain.
shot. All right.
Let's push it.
8. Okay. So, we're going a little bit faster paced is what we want to do.
I would say, I would go force march if anyone's willing to do that.
We can do that. That sounds good to me.
I mean, my horse is fucking
it's
magical,
it's
so I don't give a
flatlands
fuck.
pretty much, right? So
Yeah.
pretty much
If-
plains, right? So
It's like
yeah,
Mulgore, dude.
It's flat plains, but if we do forced march, you can get there by like mid-afternoon as opposed to dusk.
yeah,
It'll save you a good like 4 hours.
yep.
Okay. All right, so we spurn the horses on. Applejack is running as fast as his little legs can carry,
Her.
and
It's a girl.
her little
Applejack
legs
is a
can
girl.
carry.
Although she
terribly-
spit it on her hook.
Sorry, Applejack. So yeah, she's running. You guys are trucking along. Bucephalus in the lead again. Give me a perception check.
Here we go. Big ol' untrained perception check. Let's go. Nine. Let's
Okay.
go.
So you're coming across. You do notice as you're cutting across fairly quickly during the plains, there are a couple of like watering holes. There are a couple of larger wild game animals kind of running around, although there aren't as many as you would expect to see. And you
Okay.
kind of put together that possibly maybe some of them got scared off because of some hunting parties that you saw last night. But you
Alright.
manage to kind of make it across the plains, avoiding any Leonin. You don't really encounter any hostile creatures. And you reach the base of the Cathachthon Mountains. And you can see the Sun Temple far before you get there. It kind of sticks out in the night sky. It is a gleaming white stone tower that's built several feet up into the mountain already. So you definitely see it as you approach. And you all climb up the path that leads up to this temple. And you see this giant tower that is possibly carved into the mountain itself, possibly and part built out of this beautiful white marble, 5 stories tall, roughly about 200 feet from the base to the rooftop, surrounded by a sheer cliff on all sides. There's really only one point of entry that you see. It's a large set of metal double doors. Right here, there's a giant mural of the sun on it as it's moving across the sky. There are 2 statues on either side of the doors. Both are statues of Heliod holding a giant spear that kind of has this bright sphere set right into the middle of the blade.
Kurusos. It is said that Heliod can strike anywhere on Theros with it.
Wonder how true that is.
that
So-
he has smote entire cities.
Luckily for us, we're not cities, so we don't have much time to spare. Let's go.
Right, you open the doors then.
Then I'll open the doors then. I approach.
The doors are unlocked. Just going to take me a minute to move the door for you.
As he's doing that, I'm getting mage armor myself.
The doors opened right up.
Yep, they are unlocked.
I would bow in the direction of Dawn to pay respect to Heliod.
Okay.
So let's go. What are you guys waiting for?
Get out of my way.
We have 20 and a half days. Let's go.
Is it dark inside or is it lit inside?
It is naturally lit. There are, on this level at least, here to the north and south, there are no walls. It's actually just the cliff face itself, so that there is natural like dusk or like afternoon sunlight coming in.
It's like a fading light of
Yeah.
of early of dusk. Okay.
Yeah.
Fitting. Whatever awaits us in here will test us. We must be ready.
Okay. And Kiranar, as you walk in, you hear the footsteps of pacing kind of echoing off the stone floors. You look around and there's an entry gallery that looks very similar to what you guys would see in Meletis in a museum. There are statues all over the place of various champions holding a variety of weapons. There's little plaques next to each one describing these different champions of Heliod over time. They're all of different sizes, of different races, but they all look fairly muscular, fairly well built. They are the definition of a strong warrior. You can see the armor that they're wearing looks like they had lots of sun motifs and various things. You do notice that there are four, for the lack of a better word, guards standing at different corners that are armed and wearing splint mail, also decorated with sun motifs, that see you and kind of nod in your general direction as you walk in, but they don't approach you and they don't specifically speak to you.
I would go up to the first champion, and I would kind of like do a similar pose. Say, hey, come and look at this.
What the hell is happening with my roleplay?
Yeah, I'm having just so you know, I can't move anything.
Every time you move, it's going to go really, really slow because of the dynamic lighting rendering.
I mean, like, my thing like, auto scroll to the top of the page. I don't know why.
Yeah. Just let one person through.
Whatever I'm in, I think.
Alright, I'm going to try something here to maybe
My
make
end?
this a little bit easier for you guys. Give me a minute. Sorry, guys.
Oh.
Okay, we're gonna do this and this.
Do you think we have to go up?
They gotta let us up there.
I don't think they're gonna stop us. We're paying our respects to the temple.
Okay. Come on. There we go.
Listen,
Let's see.
I don't think we can just walk in and ask for the spear.
This
You
might
know?
make things a little bit faster for you guys.
Well, I didn't say that.
Guys, I don't know about you, but I suddenly have a better idea of what's around us. This must be the work of Helios himself.
Let's see if we can go further in and ask someone.
Okay. As you go
Oh my
further
God.
in, you see a
There we go.
large round room, and there are 3 priests kind of wearing robes. They are also carrying great swords, which for many of you seeing the combination for the first time of a hooded priest wearing full plate mail and carrying great swords is kind of an interesting juxtaposition for you. This room here, there are murals all over the walls. There are statues. There's one statue of a human male with long black hair that's kind of dreaded, and he has like a glove on that almost has like glowing tendrils kind of coming out of it. He's wearing this
Awesome.
white armor. There is a statue of a female holding a spear and a white hooded cloaked robe next to her, and there's little plaques next to him. The
This
one
is
next
so
to the,
cool, by the way. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
The one next to the male figure reads Kithian Jura. The one next to the female there's a plaque named Elspeth, and there's some information about her. There are torches on the walls that are burning with this bright, intense white light, as if it were daytime here. There are pedestals and glass display cases that have a variety of different artifacts behind these glass cases. There's a mace, a long sword with that it almost looks like the blade itself is one giant flame. There's a huge shield, like a tower shield with a giant sun on it. There are pairs of boots, a circlet, like a crown almost, rings, a giant plate helm, lots of different stuff in all of these different cases and displays. Each one has like a little plaque talking about what they are.
We seek the challenge of Heliod.
The priest up here walks in front and he says, "The challenge of Heliod. Do you wish to become a follower and a member of this order?" I'm afraid I don't understand what you're looking for.
We seek Heliod's help in the battle to come. A battle for the very soul of Theros.
Well, prayers to the sun god can be offered up on the 3rd level of the temple. Any of the priests there would be willing to lead the pious in prayer and ask for the blessings of the sun god.
Very well. Is there a staircase around?
There is. There's like a little archway down in here, and then a circular staircase that goes up.
I'll start heading over there.
I would definitely stop and look at some of these murals before going upstairs.
I'm more looking at the weaponry that's in the cases. Just kind of.
Yeah.
Ooh. This is me just looking at it really close, not touching it.
Yes. You notice, like, as you get closer to the case, you know, the priests don't necessarily move towards you, but they look at you. They kind of shoot you a look.
I wink at him. Just looking. Just looking.
So
Can't
for the-
imagine that these wondrous weapons and armors of your god are of much use sitting gathering dust in these cases when they could be out doing your god's work.
This one says, "Well, my dear centaur, that is exactly what they are used for. They are kept safe in this temple until it is time to use. Take a look again. Do you see any dust on those blades?"
No, but I suppose you would have kept everything nice and clean. Do you wear these?
He points over to this case over here, to it has a giant shield, that tower shield with a sun on it. He says, "I have wielded the shield of Heliod in battle. None of these gifts are ours to keep. They are only ours to use in service."
So what you're saying is, weapons of Heliod are fine to be used in the name of Heliod, but must be returned, correct?
Of
As
course.
weapons are not tools, but almost as though they're partners to be used and then to be wielded with and then returned, correct?
Yes. Tell me, child, which gods do you serve?
I am a paladin of Iroas.
The victory god. You understand much of the ways of Heliod. If you ever decide to champion his service as well, you would find a welcome place here at the Sun Temple.
I think that is quite the standing compliment. My companions and I find ourselves on a quest to assemble a number of weapons and deific items to do battle with a great oncoming evil that threatens to destroy the entire world, unmake everything, if you will. A great Hydra threatens us all, and we've been chosen by our respective deities to put an end to this. So, what my more bookish companion said is true. Is there anything you can do to help us find this challenge or meet it, so we may be seen as worthy by Heliod?
He kind of... Roll a persuasion check.
No, this is where my luck runs out.
Come on.
13.
He looks and he says, "Any who wish to wield the tools of Heliod must first prove their worth. If that is the challenge that your companion spoke of, I suggest you speak to the Oracle. She lives at the top of the temple. If it is a challenge of Heliod that you wish to undertake, She will find one for you.
All right. I extend my hand to shake hands.
He kind of grips you by the forearm.
Perfect. That's exactly what I was hoping for.
Mhm.
Shakes.
You
I
notice
hope
he's
this
got quite a bit of strength in him as well.
I hope to see you again very soon. I am Bucephalus.
Bucephalus. I am Ionar.
I am.
God's blessings be upon you.
And you as well. I will then trot up the stairs.
They go up to the level right above you guys as you scroll
And
up.
Okay, I can't just kneel. Alright.
Yeah, you should be able to move your stuff much faster now.
Like when I grab on it, this scroll, so I don't get that. I'm trying to get over there.
Am I just alone up on the stairs? Like, is anyone with me?
Kiranar was up there with you.
I'm stuck on this.
I'm
piece
trying. I'm stuck. I'm stuck.
We're stuck in the geometry. Help us.
Thank you.
There you go.
Out of my way, nerd. Alright.
Okay. As you come up to the second level, you all kind of smell. The first thing you smell is like a smell of cooking meat, of roasting meat. You get the idea that there might be a kitchen somewhere around here. It is kind of close to dinner time. There is a priest who is attending a statue of Heliod right here on the level. There are a couple of tables. He's also kind of going back. He's like setting up tables with some plates, with some pitchers.
Damaskinos.
Yeah.
I spoke to one of the men of the cloth here, and they said that we need to find someone here. That they also call the Oracle, and they should be able to determine what we need to do to be considered worthy by Heliod.
Where can we find this oracle?
They said they lived up at the highest point, up in the. If it's not here, so higher. I'm assuming.
Then we should.
Up in the rafters. Ha!
We have no time to spare.
But it smells so good.
Kiranar, relax.
What?
We must go up.
Gironar, would Eros want you to feast before battle or after?
After, of course.
The heck? What is this? What would I guess that this floor is?
So as you all continue up the stairs, if that's what you all do, and you kind of come to this little clearing, you hear a soft sound of chanting, and the smell of incense kind of fills your nose. There are a couple of, again, there are statues of Heliod. There are a couple of closed doors. There are some curtains.
Yeah, I'm all set with that stuff. Goodbye.
Okay, going
What
up,
do you think they're doing in there?
continuing
doing?
up the stairs.
I'll tell you when you're older.
I'm older than you.
Oh, jeez.
I'll try to load into the next map.
Where is there? It is.
Oh my god, there's so
Thank
many
you.
stairs.
Yeah, my knees.
These stairs are gonna suck on the way down. I hate going downstairs.
We can just jump from the top of the temple.
It's the worst idea you've had, and you've had some bad ones.
That's true. I've had some bad ideas in my day.
In this level, the smell of incense is a lot stronger. You see a couple of priests wearing white robes with sun motifs, kind of walking around, going in and out of some doors. tending to their various duties. It's very quiet on this level. No one's really saying anything. The priests see you, they kind of like nod, and then they kind of go about their duties.
Do they look decidedly different from the ones downstairs, or do
They look
similar
less
garb?
armed.
Okay.
Like you don't notice any specific weapons on them.
Floor 4 of 500.
That's right. And if we're continuing to go up the stairs, stop moving your things while I'm moving you.
Ah! Ha! Ha! First.
Okay. This last level, as you come up these stairs, there is no ceiling here. It is open to the surrounding air. There are a variety of garden boxes that are built with flowers, sunflowers, bright colors, some herbs, root vegetables. There's a long banquet table kind of set that has candles and a large yellow and white cloth that's decorated over it. Along the southern edge, you see these 5 statues. The one in the middle is a statue of Heliod. On either side of him, there are these statues of these 2 warriors clutching spears in full plate mail. And then next to them are these large statues that look like white bulls, except they have wings that are spread out and unfurled, with long golden curled horns. And over here to the east, there is a beautiful woman who is standing before an altar. She's wearing white and yellow robes embroidered with golden thread. She's wearing a headdress that resembles a crown of laurels. And she's kind of in the middle of prayer, but her eyes are open.
I will bow and wait.
She seems to finish her prayer and she looks at all of you. She says, "Welcome to the Temple of the Sun."
Thank you, Oracle. I am Damaskinos of Meletis.
Tell me,
Kiranar.
Kiranar, what brings you to our house today?
We have been sent by Medomai.
Sent for what purpose?
He is convinced that we need the aid of the 5 to combat a threat that endangers all of Theros.
If it is Krusor that you speak of, the Oracle was right. It resides within the temple.
And how would we go about obtaining it?
Heliod has been known to bestow his spear upon those he finds worthy. It must be earned. And she points to the statue of this warrior to the south. And she says, "You must combat the Herald of Heliod and win."
Define win.
You must remain alive while defeating the Herald.
All right.
And so be it.
All of
Would
us
you-
are one-on-one.
You may work together.
All right, Kieran, back to business. Let's go.
Ha!
When you are ready for the challenge, let me know and I will say the words.
Where's J-Hole?
Are you blind?
He's like a ninja.
Make your preparations then, if you have any to make.
What do you think, Kieran? Fast?
I was
Fast.
born ready for this.
I said, what do you think? Fast horse or fast bull?
I don't know, but I know these hammers are ready.
All right. I think I'm looking around the battlefield. Is it right here? I'm going to say to the Oracle, are we fighting here? I don't want any of your stuff destroyed.
You will fight here on the roof, and trust me, nothing will be destroyed.
Okay. I am going to. Well, I'm going to be ready to cast haste on Kiranar. Preparing spell.
I'm gonna try and hide.
Okay, like they're on the stairwell?
Well,
This whole stage.
I have
this
a
whole
feeling I'm gonna get trapped out there, so no, not on the. Just behind. Either try and.
So
I'll just hide
yeah,
behind the people
all
that
of-
I'm with.
all of these garden boxes are about, 3 feet tall. You could easily crouch behind one of them.
Roof is about to turn to Final Destination.
Kieran, do you want to do the honors?
Yeah, I do. I'm gonna start talking to the Oracle, and I'm gonna say, I'm ready, and I'm gonna cast Crusader's Mantle on myself.
Okay.
As I see him say that, I'm going to cast Mirror Image on myself.
As he says that, I'm going to cast haste on Kiranar.
Alright. Crusader's Mantle is an aura. 30 feet. Alright. As you all kind of speak these words and say that you are ready, the Oracle says, "Remember, champions, once the sun sets, it cannot rise again until the next day."
God damn it.
And we're gonna make you hasted. And she starts to pray.
Boy.
And you see this statue of this heavily armored figure. A beam of sunlight comes down and strikes it directly, and it starts to glow. Also, this winged bull that is right next to it also gets struck with a ray of sunlight. It starts to glow as well. This figure jumps onto the bull, and the bull starts flapping its wings, and it flies 60 feet up into the air. And the Oracle says, "The challenge has begun. I need everyone to roll
Let's
initiative."
go.
Let's go, baby.
Let me pull this turn.
Let's go!
Yeah, don't roll until he pulls a turn order up, guys, because I don't know.
I say when.
Do we need to roll
Alright,
for our
you're good.
token?
Amp up,
Click
amp up,
click
let's
on your
go.
token and then roll.
No. Oh, already.
Dang it.
Oh, dang it. You went first.
No, I was trying to do it on the turn order.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who am I missing? Joven.
This is
Me.
Joe.
So I need to have you add a turn. And it is 21. Alright. Okay. And with that, Joven, you are first.
Okay. I'm gonna try and sneak around.
Here we go. The music.
Let's see. 1, 2.
God.
If I sprint, it's 50. I'm gonna try and sprint over to here,
Okay.
and then end my turn.
All right. Let's see. Tehol, before you take your turn, you see this heavily armored flying guy look at Kiranar, and he takes his spear and he points it at you. And with his spear, he is going to cast Guiding Bolt
At me or at table?
at you.
Okay.
Does a 15 hit?
No.
So this bolt of radiant energy flies out of the spear and hits the ground here right next to you. Tehol, you are up.
I guess I would just walk over here and I will cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay. What does your spiritual weapon look like?
Just a mace. A large mace.
And what, within 20 feet of you, where would you like to put it?
Directly in front of me. So,
So
one
like
square in front of
right
me.
here.
Yep.
Okay. Anything else?
That's it.
All right, Kiranar, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna rush in. 20, 30, 35. And I'm going to swing, baby, swing.
Isn't he flying?
He is 60 feet in the air, yes.
Oh, I thought the bull was 60 feet in the air. I'm
No,
sorry.
he jumped onto the bull.
Ah, okay, I missed that part. Alright, then I wouldn't rush in there with that. I'm going to then cast 60 feet in the air. Let's see. I think it's... No. Never mind, it's only 30 feet. I would kind of beat my chest and yell up at him, what kind of challenge is this? And I will prepare to cast Compelled Duel on the champion.
Okay. For when he
Um,
comes into range,
Yes.
Or-
if he comes into range.
if he comes into range.
Correct.
Okay. And that's not the spell slot one, that's your ability one, right?
Correct. That is piety.
Yeah,
bonus.
Piety ability. Okay, he answers your challenge by taking his spear and lobbing another guiding bolt at you.
Okay.
And he's very much. What is this? When I can't tell what he's rolling because it doesn't look like he's. But that's okay. He does not. It misses.
Okay.
+9 to hit. No, that can't. Something's weird with this. Because he has a +9 to hit with spells, so he can't roll a 6. I'm going to roll this instead. I'm just going to do a d20 +9. I don't know what's up with that spell. Okay, a 14 still does not hit you. Okay. Damaskinos.
Very good. And I'm going to pull my toga aside and reveal on my chest a great winged beast, and I'm going to start pulling threads of the dark skin shadows, and I will say, why wait? Let's awaken the dragon. And I'll cast Illusory Dragon. And as this shadow form comes from my chest, this this shadowy dragon with a golden mask that resembles phoenixes will fly straight up at these two winged creatures above me.
Okay.
And as it gets to them, with my bonus action, it's going to and it's going to breathe right at them, and it's going to breathe acid at them.
Okay.
And they both make an intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence saving throw. Alright. The Archon rolls a 12, which is not going to pass, and the Bull is an 18.
I believe an 18 will make it, actually. Yeah, that's my DC, so he does make that.
Okay.
So I don't believe he takes... Oh no, he takes half as much. Okay, so he'll take half. Okay. He'll take 25 acid, and the Bull will take 12 points of acid damage.
Okay. 25 points. And then half as much for saves for 12. Okay.
And the dragon just flies right, like, on the level with them, and then flies a little bit. Let me see its movement. Yeah, so it's gonna fly up. How far they're?
There's about 60 feet.
Okay, so yeah, it'll be on level with them then.
Okay.
Yeah, like pretty much next to them, threatening. And just has this golden mask of Phoenix, and it's just staring at them.
Okay. Let's see, I'm going to put a dragon... How am I going to put a dragon? I'm going to put a dragon right here. He's going to be a little dragon right here. And he's right in front of them?
Yep.
Okay. Awesome.
That's my turn.
All right. At the end of your turn, now seeing that you have created this dragon, he is going to launch a guiding bolt at you. A 24 to hit.
Yep. That'll hit. But I do have mirror image active, so I think I can roll to see if it hits one of my copies. Oh, a 4. I don't think that.
I think that still hits you.
That still hits me. So you see this guiding bolt just truck me, and then another copy of me says, "Oh, that was a close one," and I'll use my illusory self to make it miss me.
I
Awesome.
love that. I love that so much.
You lose your illusory self.
It's a once per rest. That's my only time I can do it.
Okay.
That's my.
Alright.
It's an illusion wizard ability.
Okay. So at the
That's
start
so cool.
of the start of its turn, it is going to fly in away from the dragon, swoop down to Kiranar. Oh, I'm sorry. Before he does that, he is going to activate Spirit Guardians.
If he comes within 30 feet, I'm reacting with compelled duel.
Compelled Duel, right. So he is going to activate Spirit Guardians, and you see around him, you see these just motes of like pure red light just start to circle all around him and the bull. And he is going... Spirit Guardians is not 30 feet, it's 15 feet. Okay. And he is going to swing down upon you. And Compelled Duel is a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah. And I'll drop concentration on my aura to use it.
Okay. He rolled a 24.
Okay.
Boys got stats.
Yikes.
No more aura. Alright. And he is going to stab at you with his spear. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Where is it? Oh, Radiant Spear. That is an 11 to hit, because he does not have advantage.
Ha! Not even close!
And then he's going to try and stab at you again. Second attack is a 24.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. You suffer 12 piercing damage from the spear, and as it hits you, this burst of radiant damage comes from the blade, and you take another 10 points of radiant damage. So a total
Okay.
of 22 damage.
I'll use what's it called? Unscarred Resilience. To roll a d12.
Okay.
I will reduce the damage by 11.
All right,
Nice.
so a total of... What did I say? It was 22?
I think it was 11. Yeah, so it's 11 splits.
So 11 splits in half. 11 points of damage.
Not bad that time.
You're in your element, eh, Kironar?
Absolutely.
Okay, and with that, he flies back up. What was his?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, come on!
Too many rulers. He flies about 15 feet back up in the air. And Bucephalus, you are starting your turn.
Finally, Jesus Christ.
Your speed is halved for this round, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay, let's do that thing. Wisdom save. 24.
All right, so you will only take half of the damage. 3d8. So 13 halved is 6 points of radiant damage from these motes of flame that are swirling all around you.
Okay. I'm going to... So how far off the ground is this guy?
15 feet.
15 feet. Okay. So what I am going to do is... So what's the radius of his of his spirit guardians?
Do you see a red circle around him?
Yes.
When you
I
guys
see.
had
No, I mean I
that
see I see a
No.
ring around him.
What do you? I don't see anything.
I see a ring
Oh,
like
yeah.
his frame or whatever.
That's just his. That's
Oh,
a portrait. That's
But
not.
you don't
that's
see
not
the
a-
red. You don't see the red
No.
aura around him.
I do not.
That's unfortunate. Do you have spirit guardians as a spell?
No.
Then you would have no idea. I mean, I guess you could see them. No, you actually, yeah, they're there. It's about a 15-foot radius.
All right. 5, 10, 15.
So there's this 30-foot kind of sphere
All right.
around him.
So I'm
that's
gonna
swirling this red flame.
but well, that's the opposite direction. I'm going to take one step back, so I'm
Mhm.
out of it, and then I'm going to cast. I'm going to look directly at him and say, "I see you," and I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at 3rd level.
Okay.
Go ahead and try to make this work.
You have to click it in the attack to have it actually roll for it.
Click it right here, like
In your act.
so.
Mhm.
Yeah, there you go.
That almost certainly missed.
Yes. So an 11, you kind of launch it up at him, and it swings wide over his right shoulder.
Ugh.
Anything else?
Nope, that's it for me.
Do not despair, Bucephalus. We will have the day.
He then immediately points his spear at you and launches one right back at you, Bucephalus. 20.
Does
to
not hit.
All right. Joven.
Alright, I'm going to use my bonus action to dash
Okay.
to here. So this is about 50 feet. I want to fire with my short bow. Actually, 5. With my short bow, and I shoot at the one that's in the air.
Well, they're both in the air.
Okay.
He's mounted on this bull.
On the bolt. Yeah. So I'll do it to the champion.
Okay. What's the range of your short bow?
It's a standard short bow. Damn.
So I think that's you're 75
I
feet
think-
away. I think that's at disadvantage.
That's it. Yeah. So I think it's 60, and then 120 is a disadvantage. So or anything.
so yeah,
outside of
anything
this thing.
anything beyond 60 is at disadvantage.
11.
An 11 does not hit. Kind of pinks off of his armor.
All right, and then I'll just go and hide behind.
That says 8320 though on there.
That
I don't
does
know.
say 8320.
I was gonna say.
Oh, it does.
Is a short bow 8320? That's no, because a long bow's not that at all.
That's what it says.
A longbow's probably 300, 600, but I don't. I'm just going off the top of my head at that.
Short
I don't think it's
bow.
gonna hit either way, but
Short bow is 8320. All right. And 16 still does not hit.
okay.
But
We tried.
Uh, and then I'll finish
go.
my movement, just kind of going back here.
Okay.
And then I use my bone. Oh yeah, I'm good. I got nothing.
Okay. That was 1, 2, 3. Okay. Tehol.
Here. And I'll just cast a guiding bolt.
Okay. 20 does hit.
Now, am I supposed to roll damage on this?
If you click the words guiding bolt within that box in chat, it'll roll the damage.
I may regret asking this, Josh, but the bull did not do anything.
It did not.
Okay.
All right. So the divine strike doesn't work because it's with a weapon attack, but 10 points of radiant damage.
I didn't try and do divine strike, so
I know it's automatically selected for you for like weapon attacks. All right. So this bolt tail sends a bolt flying to him, and it hits him with this bright light, and it doesn't seem to do as much damage as you're used to guiding bolts doing. Anything else, Tehol?
yeah, I'm just gonna move my weapon 20 feet.
Okay.
It's closer to me.
Closer to you?
Yep.
10, 15, 20. Alright, Kiranar, before your turn, he is going to swing down and he is going to make a Radiant Spear attack against you. And then the bull is also going to try and gouge you with his horns. 19 to hit, Kirinar.
No.
Wow, you guys have crazy AC.
Well, he also gets that +2 from the haste.
And an 11 to hit from the bull. All right, so nothing there. All right, Kirinar, you are up. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for the spirit guardians, please. All right, do this.
Hold on one second. I think
Mhm.
I have. Yeah, I'm gonna use Indomitable.
Okay.
And reroll that. It was wisdom save, you said?
Yes.
Oof,
Ouch.
Jeez. Okay.
sucks.
All right.
Whew.
So, gonna do 11 points of radiant damage, Kirinar.
Sure.
Kirinar.
Ha! Barely a scratch.
Okay.
My turn?
Yep.
Alright, time to go ham. Alright, so he's come down to melee.
Yep, he is within melee of you. Yes.
The bull as well?
Yep.
Alright.
Don't forget your hasted action.
I'm actually gonna go for the bull, because I won't be able to do anything if he just keeps flying up. So I'm gonna try and take down his mouth.
Okay.
Is the
So I'm gonna-
Archon himself not winged, or is it just the bull that's winged?
Just the bull is winged. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna rush the bull
Okay.
and swing, baby.
A 23 to
Let's
hit
go.
does hit. Yes. Roll damage. 10 points of bludgeoning damage to this bull. Yep. Okay.
Doesn't he have the Crusader's Mantle up too? So it's going to do
No,
radiant
he
damage.
had-
No,
he
I
had to
got rid
drop
of it. I got rid of it.
And a 14 also hits. Yes. So 13 plus. Oh, that's for the crit for the +2. So another 13 points to the bull.
I still have my
And you have a hasted action. Yes.
right.
Yep. All three connect. You just go into town on this poor winged bull. Who does look a little beat up with those 3 hits.
Going to attack again.
Yeah!
Let's go.
How many attacks do you get here, sir?
Well, I get 3 normally, so
Wow. All right.
That's 6 attacks, baby. Let's go.
Wait, 6.
Hey,
Yeah,
where's the
uh,
beef, hey, Kirinar?
Hold on.
I get 3 attacks normally. So my hasted action would be another 3
Multi-attacks.
attacks.
No. An extra attack.
Just one extra
One extra
attack.
attack.
It's just
Figure that-
one. Yeah, it's one extra attack for haste.
All right. Well, let me roll for the crit first.
Yeah.
Because that's what the extra. that would be
that's
the
your extra
action.
attack. Yeah.
Okay.
Is that really how it
Total of
goes?
7, 8, 9.
And then I will action surge.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Yes!
Wow.
Oh,
another
yeah!
crit.
The double
Another
crit.
crit.
Let's go. Let's go.
Kirinar!
For a total of 10 points.
Wow.
All right. Yeah, this bull's getting smacked around a bit.
You only did 10 points of damage on a crit with a Warhammer?
It's only
That's-
1d8.
He rolled
Awful.
2 1s on the crit, though.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, that's
Problem.
yeah. Damn, that sucks.
No.
All right.
Oh.
Not taking any bullshit. They there, Kirinar.
Not so much. Lots of crits there. Cool. Anything else, sir? With your 17 million attacks.
I actually do get a bonus action, I think.
With
you got a crit.
That was your bonus action.
no, but with his, it wasn't the bonus
No,
action. He did
with
an action
action-
surge, so he gets
with
another
action
action. So he can
surge.
attack twice with the action surge.
I thought the
Yeah.
action surge was just an extra 1 melee attack.
No,
I think
if
you get one
if
extra
do it,
action, and
hold on.
if you take
Oh,
the
action,
attack
not
action,
haste. The action surge. Yeah,
yeah,
you're right.
the action
Action
surge,
surge,
you
you're
get
right.
one more. Yeah.
What the fuck?
I told you, like, that's why I was like, I'm gonna haste and step back here because haste
Yep.
is too good.
24 hits. 13 points. Yeah, this bull is hurting. Hurting. He's getting bloodied up.
Ha
I'll pass the turn.
All right. Damaskinos.
Alright, I see what you're doing. With my bonus action, I'm gonna have the dragon swoop down right, like do a drive-by right by Karanar and just not hit Karanar, but hit the Archon and the bull with his breath again. So they both need to make.
It's a cone.
Yep. Do I have a dragon that I can control on here?
I can give you.
I have 60 feet of movement. So basically, what I want him to do is I
Yeah.
want him to be. I want him to wheel around. Hold on. Do I have this on here? I want him to wheel around, and so he doesn't hit Karanar. Breathe in this direction.
Okay.
Just boom.
So like
Pop him.
this way.
Yeah.
And
Like
almost.
light him right up.
Okay. All right.
It doesn't, just so it doesn't. I wouldn't want to hit Karanar with it this time.
Okay.
So they can both make. I believe it's an intelligence saving throw against this.
Okay. The Archon is a 9. The bull is also a 9.
They both fail. So they both take 25 points of acid damage once again.
All right.
As it breathes on them, boiling acid.
All right. The bull drops like lifeless onto the ground, and the Archon stands up and just kind of looks over in your direction, Damaskinos, and just points his spear at you.
Good.
That's about to be Dark Souls.
How do you feel about this then? And I'm going to cast Synaptic Static at him. He's
Okay.
maybe another int save.
It's a 22.
Was it OP?
That he makes it. I don't think he takes any damage off that. I mean, he might take half, actually.
Was it OP?
Yeah, he takes half. So he's going to take 14 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
8d6.
Psychic. Okay.
Wow.
And you just see these little like in Risk of Rain, just the little like wisps start popping around him and start just like zapping him a little bit. That's what it's like. Good. And that'll be my turn. Actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna fucking back up because he pointed his fucking spear at me. Fuck him. I'm gonna back up 30 feet.
Is the Spirit Guardian still up?
Yes.
Is that? Do they have to make a concentration check on that or no?
Yep, he just
He
did.
can fucking
Okay.
run at me.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Okay.
All right. All right.
His turn. What's he gonna do? He's gonna do a lot of things. Okay. He's going to move here to the other side of Kiranar. And he is going to try and hit you with his spear twice. Actually, once at Kiranar for a 14, which is going to miss. And wow, he's rolling really bad. And a 1. So a 10, which will miss. So he misses both of those times. And before Bucephalus attacks, he is very concerned on what he's going to do here. He is going to... He doesn't like that dragon. The dragon's messing him up. He's going to cast Guiding Bolt at Damaskinos.
Counter spell.
It's not an actual casting.
Oh, if I don't
It's
see
a-
him do a casting, then I'll.
It's
I
an
wouldn't count it.
ability. It's an
Okay.
at-will ability.
All right.
21.
Oh, that'll hit. Actually, 21. I'll use my action and I'll trace the Aegis on my arm and shield it instead to make my AC a 22.
Okay. Wait, your AC is 14 normally. So shield would be 15. It would be 19.
No, my AC with mage armor is a 17
Ah,
because I have a 16 dex and I have my ring of protection.
I
so
didn't-
that-
I
so then-
forgot.
So
that
yeah,
you
so it would,
cast mage armor.
so it would be 17 plus 5 is 20. So yeah,
Right.
so that would,
Okay.
that would block. But that's my reaction though, and that's a spell slot.
Okay. And that's his turn. So Bucephalus, it's up to you. I need you to make another wisdom save.
Okay, let's do it. Come on, buddy. Let's go. 23.
Alright, so half damage. Go ahead. 28. It's 11 points. Halved to 5.
Okay. Aha! It's time.
Go ahead and make a con save for me, even though you're probably going to pass with 5. Yeah.
17.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to. Oh my god! I hate how that does that. I'm going to move here,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to. Attack him, and I'll use my. Which one is it? Which it is? Is it Thunderous? Is that the one I want? No, not that. I'm just going to use the Divine Smite. Yeah, Divine Smite.
Okay.
Bickety bam! I'm gonna attack him. So do I just click this or what? That?
So Divine
what?
Smite uses a spell slot, right? To do radiant damage?
Yes.
Alright.
I'm going to cast it at 4th level.
Ooh.
And I'm going to miss.
You are going to miss.
Sigh. What can you do? So yeah, that's it. It's my turn.
Okay. He is going to point his spear over to the corpse of the winged bull. And does anyone speak Celestial
Nope.
in the party?
No.
Nope. So he points his spear towards the corpse of the bull and he says some words in Celestial, and the bull just explodes in starlight.
Oh no. Is he doing some more
It is like
right
that boss fight. No.
And I need Kirinar and Bucephalus to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
17.
Dex?
Okay. So you both will save for half.
40.
Yeah, I know. What's this damage gonna be like? Fuck.
8 d10.
18, 10.
59
Oh my
halved.
God.
So you will both take 29 points of radiant damage as these
Whoa.
stars explode. The corpse of this bull explodes.
Eric, you gotta make a concentration check for haste on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just so
You never know. Never know.
I'm just gonna roll what? Con save? Is that how that
Mhm.
works? Probably not.
13.
I'm assuming that's busted.
So haste is over, which also means Kirinar is
Paralyzed
paralyzed for this turn.
for one round, I believe.
Right.
Oh, haste is
Alright.
concentration?
Yeah.
Ah.
Joven, you
Shit.
are up.
All right, I'm going to move here.
Are you guys
And-
taking the points off of your character because you're not losing hit points?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, I
Bucephalus
did.
is not.
I'm at 82.
82. You can actually do it on your token, so that I can see what you're at.
Oh. Did it not update or something?
It doesn't if you're just like writing it down.
It's just
No,
do it
I'm
off your
putting it
token.
in. Okay, I was putting.
Yeah,
it
but
in
if you do it on your token area, I think it will show a health bar on there.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
like
Sorry. Because I was like, how are you not taking any
it's
damage?
weird. I know.
Okay,
All right, I'll.
Joven.
Did we say poison was an action or a bonus action, Josh?
To apply it to your blades,
To something, yeah.
I think we said it was a bonus action.
All right, I'm gonna use my bonus action. I'm gonna take out one of my arrows and I'm gonna dunk it in some one of my poison.
Which one?
Or, I'll just do the serpent's venom,
Okay.
and then fire it at the champion.
Okay.
Bah! Crit.
Wow.
Oh,
This is going to be super gross.
So,
Super
All right.
gross.
here comes
Sneak,
the one shot.
Sneak attack and poison and
so what?
everything.
All right. So if I just do first the short bow,
Right. Roll the short bow.
just 7
Oh,
plus 1.
that's unfortunate. That fucking ones, man.
Okay. Plus the sneak attack.
Oh, this will be good.
Wait, what was the plus 1 for?
That was your
That's the
second
crit.
damage dice.
Yeah.
Roll 20
Oh,
rolls 2 dice instead of doubling the first one.
Right.
Oh, that sucks.
great.
Anyway, so what? Sneak attack is.
Yeah.
Where are you? Where are you?
It's like
Should be in a bit. Should be on your.
It
Yeah.
sucks because you could have gotten a 19.
The snake
so
attack
it's
damage was important though.
8d6.
Sorry.
Yeah, 8d6, which is also going to be doubled.
Sorry, it's 17, but you got an 8. It's terrible.
Then he has arm piercing rounds.
So 64,
64 points of piercing,
and then
What?
and then your poison
the
damage.
poison, which is 1. I believe that one is 1d8. Shit, sorry.
That is insane.
Was he still concentrating on Spear Guardians, by the way? Because he probably would have lost it there.
He was. He's going to now if he's alive.
So it is 3d6.
He's just making up dice at this point.
Yeah.
No, I'm not trying to.
Four.
I'm not trying to.
Your poison is 3d6
Don't you
damage
have-
per hit.
Don't you
no,
have the
not a-
ability in your
Not a
character?
serpent's venom.
It doesn't. It's not gonna come up unless.
Just
it will,
type. Just
I
roll
don't
the
know.
dice. T. Just type the dice in.
I don't know what the dice is. That's what I'm trying to find out. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it doesn't let me.
What's the name of
I
the
hate
poison?
this. Serpent's venom.
Serpent venom is 3d6.
Okay.
Oh, on a save. He has to make a Constitution save though.
Okay.
He makes the Constitution because it's only a DC 11 on Serpent's venom. He rolled
Okay.
a 13, so no poison damage, but he's
Okay.
still taking 72 points of damage.
Jesus.
That arrow
Yeah, that was pretty big.
It
And then
hits. Underneath, like it goes in this like line that's going down his helmet, and it kind of goes inside of it. It's not looking good, and I'm fairly sure Spirit Guardians is going to go away. I don't think he could roll high enough for that.
I am done. Or I can move maybe here with last move.
All right, Tehol.
Nice shot, Joven.
Here comes Stay-Hole with his mates.
I will cast.
Con
Harm.
save. He rolled a 24. So
Yep.
he saves, and that's what, for half?
Yep.
Holy
20.
shit.
Say 57.
Yeah. That's 14d6. Harms
Wow.
an nasty spell. Wow,
God.
what level did you cast that at? Level 8?
Let's see. I just clicked on the level 6.
Wow, harm is 14d6 at that level?
Yep.
That's crazy.
Wow, Mick was gonna do that to a dog.
14d6
That's crazy.
necrotic. Half as much on a save. Alright, can't reduce the target's hit point below 1. Okay. Alright, he takes a shit ton of necrotic damage, and he is looking really, really gross. Like, there are like parts of his skin that are like sloughing off.
I would
So
kind of spit out the blood in my mouth.
I can get my weapon in
Yep.
range.
Yep, you can.
And then I could
5,
just
10,
swing with
15,
it.
20.
I'm assuming it's in my actions to swing with my.
Yeah, it should be like on your little attack bar on the character sheet.
Rough.
Rolled a
11.
1. Unfortunate, so it does miss, but yeah. Gross. All right. Kirinar, you are exhausted. What exactly does that do with him?
I think it's not a paralyze. You just can't move or take actions for 1 round.
Right.
Because I was
Yeah.
curious.
There we go. Can't move or take actions.
But he's
You're
not,
just
like,
really,
paralyzed.
really tired.
Yeah, I would kind of put like my hands on my knees and kind of pant heavily and spit the blood out of my mouth.
Okay. And Damaskinos.
All right. I think we have him. And I'm going to just do the same thing again. I'm going to have the dragon swoop right up and just like U-turn and then dive right at him and spray them both again.
All right.
Again.
There is no direction because of where Kirinar and Bucephalus are. There is no direction that you can attack him that won't hit them with a 60-foot cone.
What about straight down?
It's a 60-foot cone.
Yeah, but if he's flying directly down, he's an
And if
illusion.
at the end of the cone, it's going to be 60 feet wide. It's going to hit it's going to hit the Oracle. It's going to hit all of them.
But what if he's only 15 feet above the ground? Then it would cross section at the cone. Joe, how many? What's the radius on that?
Come on, guys.
Michael, I'm telling you, it's going to hit them.
All right, I'll hit them. I don't fuck them.
Okay.
I don't care. How many?
Wow.
How many make it saves, boys?
Everyone make int saves.
Not me.
Oh, God.
Wait.
And
Well, no, Bucephalus and Kirinar.
18.
You made it. Good job.
I'm gonna indomitable that.
You didn't even roll yet. Oh, you did.
Yeah, he rolled a 4.
Yeah, it got wrecked.
The Archon
record,
rolled a
record.
15.
Ball.
Okay, I'm gonna use a luck point to re-roll that one too.
You have a luck. You have luck.
Yes, I do.
Wow.
I win at any cost, baby.
Oh shit.
One
It'll be fine.
more time.
It'll be like 5. It'll be 15.
Oh,
You're
all
just-
right.
You're just feeling the burn.
What?
Feel the burn, boys.
heck?
All right.
Seven for
What did
Kirinar.
did the bull make it or not?
The Archon rolled a 15, so no.
And the bull is back
The
alive.
bull is gone. No,
Yeah.
the
Oh, I
bull
thought he
is
rezzed him.
No,
Yeah,
he
he goes-
exploded in
he-
starlight.
Oh,
The corpse exploded him.
He goes, okay, that's only 17 points. That's only 7 points fast damage.
Okay.
That's fine.
It's kind of a shitty roll.
Nothing.
And the AC is 18, right?
DC was 18, yeah.
So yeah, Bucephalus only takes 8
Alright.
and 17 to everyone else.
I still have 98 health.
All right, as this
All right.
dragon explodes his fire breath, the Archon kind of stops. He puts his spear, he kind of like drops down to one knee, and he faces the Oracle, and he bows. And he stands up, and in common, he says, "Champions, you have proven your worth." And that's
Well-
where we're gonna stop for this evening.
Easy peasy, baby.
Great.
Easy
Good.
peasy.
That was fun. Thank
Hey,
you, Josh.
Nice job, guys.
Another good session.
Well,
And so some
Well done.
piety rewards for everybody.
It's PD
Uh,
time,
well done,
baby.
boy.
Piety.
Don't say
Piety.
Peter ever again.
Damaskinos.
PD.
An increase of 5 for you, sir.
Oh, hey, thank you.
Tehol, an increase of 2. Joven, an increase of 3. Bucephalus, an increase of 2. And Kirinar, an increase of 4.
And Bucephalus and Karen can fight over the spear.
And
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, he wouldn't have got all those hits if it wasn't for me. Just saying.
So
I'm dual wielding, baby. No
Next-
fear for me. You can have it.
next
You
week,
can have it, baby.
next week, same bat time, same bat channel. Please join us here next week to see what happens and who gets this Spear of Heliod and what these crazy adventures will do with it and where they decide to go next from here.
Hey, baby.
Also on Thursday, if you have time, 7 o'clock, check out Humblewood. It's gotten a little bit of a facelift and an upgrade thanks to Deck of Many releasing the maps onto Roll20. We now have some visuals for you. And tell your friends, and thanks for joining us. We'll see you all next week.
Tell your friends,
Thanks
tell
for
your family,
watching, guys.
tell people you don't even like. We want